Next on the docket of anime, we have Gachiakuta, which this one was a pretty like straightforward, simple episode. It felt really fast, honestly, for this one, but there wasn't to it. I think this is episode 5, 6, I think it is, whichever one we're going to be talking about. But it's not the newest one because remember it's Saturday, so that means we'll be talking about it this week. But we'll most likely also not be talking about. Oh no, we'll be an episode behind. So whatever the newest episode is at the time of this recording or the time this podcast comes out, we are an episode behind that. But the episode starts with, oh my god, wait, why do I keep forgetting his name? Okay, hold on. I know what happens in the episode, and I'm really bad with names. I don't want to pull like oh yeah, you know, like his name is the title. So give me a second to confirm that. I don't remember. Okay, see, I didn't want to be stupid. Okay, it was Rudo. Okay, it's Rudo. God. All right. So Rudo is having his whole celebration. He's not technically a part of the cleaners, but they're just having like a welcome party. Obviously, you know, at some point he's gonna join the cleaners. It's just a big boss man isn't there yet, so he's still just kind of like there. But they have a whole little celebration. We see other members like Engine and the Scissor Girl and his apprentice, and I think the support that he was talking to, I think his name is Shadow, I think it is, I can't remember. But they're all showing their appreciation, and we see the little core group that he'll be running with the most part. And then the rest of the episode is basically just them going on a mission. Rudo goes on a mission with his apprentice to deal with what was supposed to be a trash piece that took a spearite, and so he's like, oh, maybe I can get answers to see if there was another spearite. Obviously, it was a trap, and they are caught up by raiders. And his his trainer is like, okay, everyone go up because we just got ambushed. Get away. I'll deal with it. And we see the raiders have some pretty cool powers with their giver abilities. One lady has a shovel where she can manipulate mud. The other dude, I think he's just a strong guy for some reason. But they're very quickly defeated. And that's like kind of the whole episode. Like, it's one of those like, oh, he's having a problem, and then he figures it out. We see his technique where he can feel the vibrations of like the earth, and he takes them out pretty quickly, and that's where the episode ends. Realistically, there is not much to report on this episode, because that's pretty much it. I'm kind of surprised. Each other episode had at least a little bit more to talk about. Like, obviously I can go into the details of like what happens play by play, but like, I mean, like, it really does. It's not like the last episode where like we see the girl's powers for the first time, and we see that Rudo's mentality changes and how they interact with like the supporters. We already kind of have that basis, so this is just more introducing us to the whole raider aspect of Gachiakuta, which I still don't completely understand. I guess they are people who like attack. I guess, well, we do explain. They're like there's originally civil raiders who just go and like get stuff from the trash and clean up things, but now their tactics have become a little bit dubious, and now the cleaners kind of have to deal with them alongside everything else, which is kind of annoying. But like, that's pretty much it for the episode. It wasn't a remarkable episode. It's not fun watching it because I just like the world, I like the characters, I like the design, I like what they do. It was just kind of like, I remember like sitting there and being like, oh, it's over. Okay, I felt like we were supposed to get more. I mean, that's a good thing and bad thing, right? Because on one hand, the episode went pretty fast, and you kind of like that, but at the same time, I felt like it was very insufficient for an episode. It felt like there was kind of nothing except for the one fight. I mean, it was cool to get the fight and stuff like that. Like, we got a little bit of action, so obviously I was entertained by that. It's just like, I felt like there wasn't much substance or exploration there. Like, we're only in episode 5 of a new IP being animated. I feel like they could have at least done something a little bit more. But I mean, I guess we drop the ability that the people who are in the cleaners are not the only people in the world that have the powers, right? That's like a big part of it. But other than that, like, it's whatever. Like, it's whatever. It was a fine episode. It wasn't bad. It was just kind of like, well, okay.